Congratulations again to Citrus County Audubon. All right. So next up is our Outstanding Education Program for chapters with over 500 members, or big chapters. So this year's winner for the Best Chapter Education Project goes to Orange Audubon Society.
Woo!
For their Schoolyard Christmas bird count, which introduced Title I students to Audubon's long-running community science program. More than 500 students and nearly 30 adults participated this year to observe, record, and count birds right in their own schoolyards. Students gained confidence as young citizen scientists, learned to use binoculars, and contributed to real scientific data, all while developing a deeper connection to nature. Please join me again in congratulating Orange Audubon Society.
Yes!
Thank you so much, Kristen. And Kathy Rigling, Orange Audubon's education coordinator, is teaching a beginning bird watching class today. And although she was invited to come up, she chose to stick with that. So I'll speak for her. And I'm glad Kristen heads up that we might be winning, so I don't talk off the cuff. I have some notes here. So Orange Audubon is the second largest chapter in the state after Tropical, with 2,000 member households, but we are still an all-volunteer chapter with only one half-time education coordinator. And just getting that first employee hired was a big project. But we had the perfect person, Kathy Rigling, a retired middle school science teacher, environmental educator, and birder.
Yes.
And starting in January 2022, she hit the ground running, contacting the Orange County Public Schools Science Coordinator to advertise her programs. She focused on Title I schools where Orange Audubon's free resources would be most needed. She's now doing 4 after-school programs and receiving more requests for these. And after-school programs are free, and for parents that are working and can't pick up their kids and can't afford other after-school programs, it's perfect. So that I would suggest everybody look into those. At Zellwood Elementary, a Title I school where the grandchildren of the displaced Lake Apopka farm workers go, she found one creative and very environmental teacher to pilot everything. She worked with that teacher's after-school program to create a monthly bird club. And we participated in Stephanie Mania's FLEDJE program. Here's Stephanie. A diversity program sponsored by Audubon, Florida years ago. And the grant associated allowed a purchase of a set of binoculars for the teacher. And Kathy, working with Zellwood Elementary, was out of that program. And then she started her schoolyard bird surveys now that the kids have binoculars. Like you see in the picture, that's the extension of it through the IDEAL program, National Audubon's succeeding DEI program. IDEAL stands for Inclusive, Diverse, Equitable, Accessible, Large Scale. And it was a great program. And through that program, she was able to secure a set of binoculars that she keeps and brings around to the different schools. And we got other grants for binoculars such that she has an abundance of very good binoculars. We found a model by Kawa that is for size for kids, but excellent binocular. And actually with tariffs, it couldn't be gotten this year, but they gave us, the company we worked with out of Houston, Lansing and Sky, recommended another one from Vortex, which is also good, and I'm happy to recommend these to anybody. Improvement in schoolyard habitat was another piece of this. The kids had to understand that it was habitat that brought the birds. And Kathy was able to use our IDEAL grant to pay for native plants and did several programs at several schools. Even before she was hired as education coordinator in 2022, Kathy and another board member started our Young Birders Club for ages 8 through 17. And one little 11-year-old that Susan knew was the core of that effort. And Alex Bear, are you here, Alex? One of our CLI students from last year who helped Kristen with the CLI program this year was a founding member. And we were really proud of our Young Birders Club as well. And that's it.
Yay!
advice for anyone else in the room that might want to start up a schoolyard Christmas bird count program?
Christmas bird count, yes. If the Christmas bird count nearest to the school is on a day, a school day, that'll make it easier. Zellwood Christmas bird count is always on a Thursday, so that worked out perfectly. And the key is you need the binoculars. And, you know, if you've built up to it, like through this after-school program, then you have, you know, it's easy to do. And like she did in the picture, well, the picture doesn't show all the kids. The whole school did the Christmas bird count that day. And it was exciting. They also do a great backyard bird count and feeder watch and all those. So take advantage of all those programs.
Yes.